There we go. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're gonna start, or we want me to
Welcome, everybody. I see people keep coming in. Welcome, welcome. We got Jeanne Russell here with Dolphin and Whale Energy today. Welcome, Jeanne. I'm going to hand you over the mic here and go for it.
Okay, thank you, Gloriana. Well, hi, everybody. As she mentioned, my name is Jeanne Russell. I live here on Kauai, Hawaii. And I met Gloriana through my center called Dolphin Touch Wellness Center, and she works there and helps me out there. And we have a lot of fun times together. And I created a healing modality called Dolphin Energetics. So it's connecting with the energy and vibration of the dolphin. Just gonna let you connect with the dolphin right now. Can you see it with the light?
We can.
There we go. Yeah, and so I've always been connected to the dolphins and connected to their energy and their vibration, even when I was in New York. And there weren't a lot of dolphins around, but they were at the New York Aquarium. And I went there and connected with them there and worked on my master's thesis at the New York Aquarium, studying the nursing behavior of beluga whales, and had a lot of fun with the physical dolphins and the energy and connection with the dolphins and the whales. And then I came here to Hawaii, and that's one of the reasons why I came here, to connect even more with the dolphins. And in that process, I learned that connecting with them physically is great, but connecting with them energetically, spiritually, etherically is even better. And that's where we're going. We're all evolving in different ways. And the evolution is now we can connect like we can connect with each other through this Zoom call. But we can connect energetically with people all around the world. We don't need technology to connect with one another. I mean, it makes it convenient. It's kind of the transition process. But in the next step in our evolutionary process is that we'll be connecting with each other without the need for any technical devices. And we're already doing that. I know Gloriana and I both do distant healing and distant energy work. And that helps us to tune in to other people's energy. I know, Gloriana, you did a session this morning. Was that a long distance one as well?
Yeah, the group tuning session on yesterday's Zoom call.
Nice.
Yeah, we can tune individuals at a distance, or we can tune 100 or 1,000 people at a time.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. So that's kind of where we're going, and the same with the energy work that I do. I started out, my entry drug to healing was Reiki. And Reiki is, beautiful modality. It's awesome. I just took it to the next level on my Reiki training. And it's like, you cannot learn something and not integrate other things in. And even when I teach my Reiki classes, it's called intuitive Reiki. So we're connecting into not just the Reiki energy, but we're pulling in everything we know. Maybe it's sound therapy, maybe it's tuning forks like Gloriana, maybe it's art, maybe it's laughter. You know, whatever you have, you kind of mold that into your Reiki practice. And it just so happened that my connection was with the dolphins. And so when I learned Reiki, I was connecting energetically also to the dolphins. I started the first time I was in my basement, and I just learned Reiki, and I was very excited, and I'm working on my husband. And at the time, my husband was suffering from nerve injuries in all 4 of his extremities, and he was in pain. And of course, my heart was going out to him to help him. And so I had him on a massage table, and he was face down. I was doing energy work on him. And all of a sudden, just like in this room, as a matter of fact, all these dolphins started showing up. And they came in like through the windows and through the doors, and just surrounded him energetically with this dolphin energy. And even my hand that was touching him became a dorsal fin, and I felt the dolphin kind of embody my arm and work with him to do some energy work on him and to relieve him of his pain and everything else. And it was quite an experience. He was face down, didn't know what was going on, but I was just tearing up and crying and crying and crying. I mean, there was so much love and so much compassion and so much desire to help and to assist that I felt from the dolphins. And their energy was also working on me, so I was a conduit for this energy, so they were clearing me as they were working on him. And in that process, I finished up the Reiki session. My husband didn't know what was going on. And I finished, and he got up from the table and he said to me, "What did you do?" And I said, "I just got out of the way and I let the dolphins work on you." So he said, "I have no pain. No pain in my arms, no pain in my legs. I am pain free. I don't know what you did, but I feel great and energized and terrific." And I was like, wow, that's awesome. So it's kind of ever since then, I've invited the dolphins in every time I do a healing session. So it's like I cannot separate the Reiki and the dolphin Reiki and the dolphin energy. It's just part of me. It's part of what I do. And I channel it. I do meditations on it. And the way, when I first connected with the dolphins, I was more interested in saving the dolphins. You know, this is going back a couple of years. But dolphins were getting caught in tuna nets, so probably they still are. We just don't hear as much about it. But and they're definitely still being slaughtered and senselessly. But the energy was that there was this sadness for the dolphins, and I wanted to save them. And I was doing all these things. I was contacting people at the tuna nets, and they were like, "Yeah, come with us." And I'm like, "Well, I kind of have a family. I can't leave." But so it's like, what can I do to help? And so I did a meditation. At that time, I did a Yoga Nidra meditation training with Amrit Desai. He's the one that started Kripalu Yoga. And through this meditation, all of a sudden, again, the dolphins showed up. And the dolphins were part of this meditation. I was meditating with the dolphins. I was in the water with the dolphins, connecting with the dolphins. And then they started speaking to me, and the message was, "We don't need saving. So, you're fine. You don't have to save us." The message was, "We're here to save you." And I kind of feel like that. And there's this picture, I don't have it right here, but there's this picture that Jean-Luc does. And it's the same kind of image of the dolphins together, and below them is a baby human, and above is the whales. And the image is they are here to give birth to humanity, to help us birth into this new essence of who we are and what we came here to do, and to help us remember. And that energy and that message came through in this meditation, that we don't need savings. We're here to save you. We've been placed on this planet to assist with the ascension process. And that ascension process is one where they're raising the vibration of love and light. And that's what the dolphins bring. It's hard to imagine dolphins or picture dolphins or think about dolphins without a smile on your face, without some joy in your heart. I'm going to have you, the same with the whales in a different sense. The whales are also assisting us, and they are helping us to access the Akashic records. So I do connection to the Akashic records, and you can connect to them through the whales. And that's where you do the past life regression and other things that we have done. At least when I do it my way, I connect to the whale energy. And that is, if you're not familiar with the word Akashic records, it's the library of past, present, and future of what's happening, what's going to happen, and what will happen in the future. And that access is more for the knowledge and the information that helps us to grow and expand and get to that next level on our path. So I had a whole new understanding and connection to the dolphins that I had not accessed before. And it was quite humbling, actually, to tell you the truth, because I hadn't imagined the dolphins in that way. I was like, oh, they're animals and we need to protect them and help them, and they're lesser than us. And it was a bit of a hierarchy judgment there. And after this meditation, I was totally humbled, totally switched gears, and realized that they're here to help us and how they can help us and help us grow and expand. So that's the energy. Yeah, Gloriana, are you going to come on?
Yeah, actually, I'm keeping my video off to keep the internet going because the internet's been weird. But that's I just wanted to say I had a session with Jeanne with the Dolphin Energetics in the ocean, because Jeanne does some of the sessions in the actual ocean. And I could feel some of the blocks in my field, some of my, for the first time. And I've done a lot of different modalities over a lot of years. So, but it was in such a gentle way. And I could, yeah. And that's what you're saying, right? The gentleness of the dolphins is palpable in your sessions.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, definitely, yes. We all want transitions, and all of us that are going through this shift to come with easing. Yeah, can we just like put that in there always? And I'm getting the sign that my internet's unstable right now. So if you have trouble, let me know. But
I can hear you. I'm just letting everybody else know the internet on Kauai has been kind of on and off for the past few days. So continue. We can hear you. I'll let you know if we can't.
Yeah, just let me know if it goes away. Yeah, so right. So we want everything to come with ease and grace, and we want this shift and this transition to come with ease and grace, because as we go through this, and even through this time of what we're doing right now, and I'm actually excited about what's happening right now, because I know there's a big shift, and I know that transition is going to bring new experiences and new expansions, and I'm all about change and expanding and growing. So we're all growing in different ways and different challenges. And to me, this is a reboot system of what's happening with everything. Everything's getting reboot. Basically, everything's stopping, and then it's going to reboot again. For coming, but in the meantime, and I can talk about the dolphins forever, but I want to keep this to an hour, and I want to keep it to a point where I want you to experience, other than there's so many stories and so many things I can share, but I want you to experience this, because to me, that's the best way for you to connect. And if you have, and we have the chat box, and there's a button on the bottom that says chat if you're not familiar with Zoom. If you want to type in Yeah, Gloriana, if you want to jump in.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want, we can do that session, and then any questions, we can take them at the end. Or if you have any questions now, most of you have been on the call this week, but you have the chat box and you can raise your hand and I will unmute you.
The only thing I want to, if people want to put in the chat box, you can put in your intention of what you're working on, and we'll work on releasing that. Or you can just have the intention. You don't have to type it in, but you know, if it's something you want to put out there, you can write it in the chat box. And basically, I was amazed how much the Dolphins really are here for us and are here for humanity. And like with Gloriana, these aren't sessions that take like 10 years of therapy. They're about like, let's break it up, let's get to it, let's clear this and move on. Because then the fun starts, then we're connecting with our true authentic self, then we're clear, then we're in alignment with our being, and we don't have to hang on to stuff. So they're very like quick about clearing things out. Do you want to say something, Gloria?
No, but that is very true. Very true. So Marlene, you said your intention is to clear space. Is that clearing the space in your home or clearing the space in your own energy field? Do you also clear space with the dolphin energy, Jeannie?
Oh, absolutely, because it's this space. It's very important to create the proper space for everything that we're doing. It's space, it's intention, because we're affected by our environment. We all know that, and it's important that we energetically charge our space. So that's actually another good thing about what's happening with this reboot system that's going on right now, is that we're all clearing our spaces. At least most of us are. I know I've been cleaning my house, cleaning my garage, you know, cleaning my center. Gloriana's been helping me clean the kitchen. I mean, there's like, you know, we've been going through cabinets and clearing, and that's all part of the energetic expression of who we are and what we are and what we're doing here. So that's very important.
Great. So yeah, Marlene, you want to clear both the space around you and your field. All right. So then Blake's saying that his intention is to channel more positivity and learn how to be still and create this space instead of being anxious throughout the day and no longer beating himself up for not keeping to a routine.
Right.
Right. Thank you for sharing your intention, Blake.
Yeah, thank you. And that's a really big lesson right now. The lesson of surrender. I think we're all having to do that in so many ways. If we cannot hold on to things because we're just going to come across resistance. So the need to surrender right now is huge, And surrender to, oh, I have this agenda and I didn't do it. And, you know, like surrender, like, and that's what actually us on Kauai, Gloria and I do. It's like, we're constantly in surrender, especially on Kauai. I mean, even like the water therapy that I do, that's all based on weather. And I realize I can't control that. You know, any time, any moment, we're always having to be flexible, or things change, or circumstances, or the economy, or the weather, or what's going on in the world, you know. So you really need to surrender and let go. And hopefully this therapy will help you with that, some of what we're going to do today. Do you want to say something, Gloria?
Well, Marvin wrote in, my intention is to find a clear path to embark on a spiritual journey. I have always considered myself to be a spiritual person, religious earlier, but no longer consider myself religious. An absence of practicing any religion, I often felt a hunger for returning to spirituality, but often felt overwhelmed where to begin. His intention is to find clarity. That's beautiful.
That's a great intention. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guru, Amar Desai, that I mentioned earlier, said there's many paths to enlightenment, but the deepest path is the one that will take. So,
Jeannie,
there is no right or wrong.
can
Oh,
you
what?
repeat that? You broke up. Can you just
Okay. Yeah, so my guru, Amar Desai, said there was many paths to enlightenment, but the deepest path is the one that will take you there. So it really doesn't matter which path you choose. I chose through spirituality and my connection with the dolphins. That is the path that I've chosen in Reiki and energy healing, and I've taken that path. And it's taking me further and further, and I'm still learning, and I'm still growing, and I'm still expanding, and it never ends. And it's just like you find one thing that resonates with you, and you stick with it. And that's, that's the path for you. And it's not like someone can tell you something, or someone can sell you something, or someone coerce you into something or some direction. You have to go inward, and that's another wonderful sidetrack of what's happening right now. We're all going inward, and you're going inward and really connecting and resonating with your heart and what feels right to you. Did you want to say something?
Absolutely. That's exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah. So it's all perfect. I mean, it's as insane as it is, and whoever is behind it or not behind it, conspiracy theory, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're all here. It's all happening, and it's all for a reason. There are no random acts. To me, everything is divinely orchestrated, and this is also divinely orchestrated, and we're all here for a reason, and we're all here it's all helping us to raise our vibration. And we have two choices. Are we going to choose fear or love? That's it. That's it. Some days, yeah, you might choose fear. Even like yesterday, I didn't choose fear, but I had a headache, and I did choose fear because I kind of was thinking, do I have the coronavirus? Just because I was sick. So yeah, the fear came up, and I had to consciously come back to everything's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's divine. It's all perfect. Nothing's wrong here. Everything is perfect. So all of that brought me back to the moment. And, but yeah, in every day and every moment, we're either choosing fear or love. And the dolphins are here to help us connect with the love, and the love that we are, and the love that's in our heart, and the peace and the joy that they bring, and they can assist us with that. Something you want to say, Gloria?
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. And surrender. They help us to surrender to that putting down the shield, the surrendering, and navigating the waters out of the fear.
Yeah, perfect. The waters.
All right. So do you want to get started?
I think we should get started. I could talk for a long time, but I really want you to experience it. So I noticed some people already kind of lying down, and so if you can put me on speaker, or if you're in a chair, just get comfortable. You don't need to use your eyes to see doing this. And like I said, it's more of an inner journey. So
you don't need your eyes.
You're welcome to, but I don't mean, not let you meet.
No, because
I mean,
you broke up.
You don't need to open your eyes to see what I'm doing here. You can close your eyes, and again, this is going to be an inner journey. So this is all about, you going inward. And just like I did with Gloriana in the water, we weren't talking, her eyes weren't open. It was just an inner journey. So your only homework or your assignment while we're doing this is to imagine yourself a drop of water. And you are this drop that's dropping into the ocean. So right now you're a drop feeling separate from one another. And now we're going to drop into the ocean. And we're not this physical body. We're not our arms. We're not our legs. We're just going to connect with the ocean and imagine yourself expanding your consciousness to the entire ocean. And I'll work with you more on that as we go on. So that's just kind of the idea that we're expanding our consciousness beyond our physical bodies. So I'm going to start with a prayer, because I always do. We're going to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. Vacuum out all negativity, pain, and fear. Disconnect any cords of fear or attachment and surround us in a mist of pink and green healing and loving energy. And I saw that that was unstable, so I'm going to say that again in case you didn't hear it. I'm going to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael. Vacuum out all negativity, pain, and fear. Disconnect any cords of fear or attachment and surround us in a mist of pink and green healing and loving energy. We assist us. Well, the angels, the archangels, the mer angels, especially we call in the dolphins, the whales, the monk seals, and the turtles. We thank you for this opportunity to connect with each other and to connect to Source. Namaste. So I just want you to take a big breath in and out. Another big breath in and out. And another big breath in and let everything out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake out your shoulders, your legs, your whole body. Any tension, any tightness, just shake it out, shake it out. Okay, all right. Just started raining here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's so perfect. Oh, the water. I want you to feel the water kind of washing over you as if you're out in the rain. Your neck is back and your arms are open and you're just welcoming in this cleanse that's happening. Just feel that water washing over you, releasing any density, any heaviness, anything that no longer serves. Just let it all wash away. Just feel it dripping off your body. If you have an area of pain right now, maybe in your shoulder, in your neck, your stomach, your hips, wherever you're feeling any pain or tightness, just breathe into that area now. Just using your breath, breathing in clean, clear, life-giving oxygen. And as you exhale, release any tension, any pain, any tightness, any heaviness. Good. Now I want you to feel your body being very heavy intentionally. You're going to feel your legs like trees. It's real heavy. Lay down. Feel it really heavy, seeking in your chair, your mat, bed, wherever you are. Just feel that heaviness. Your left leg heavy. Your toes, your knee, your hip. Feel everything really heavy. And now your right leg, very heavy. Your feet, your calf, your knee, your thigh, your hip. Feel it heavy, sinking down deep into whatever you're touching, whatever you're feeling right now. Good. Now feel your belly heavy. Your stomach, small intestine, large intestines, reproductive organs, all of that. Feel it heavy, way down, sinking. Now feel your chest, your lungs, your heart, your throat. Just feel it all heavy, sinking, solid, like a rock, heavy. Now feel your arms heavy. We're going to start with the left. Feel your hand, your left hand, heavy. You can't lift it. Your left arm, like iron, so heavy. Your right hand, heavy. Your right arm, like iron. Feel both arms sinking, heavy. Now feel your head like a bowling ball, so heavy. You can barely hold it up. So dense and heavy. Now feel your whole body stiff and heavy. Now feel your feet light and airy. Start with your left. Feel it light, almost floating up. Feel your leg, your calf, your knee, your thigh. Feel it all like one big feather, just light. Feel your right leg, airy and light, even seeming to lift off. Your right leg, your calf, your knee, your thigh, light like a feather, almost floating. Feel your torso hollow, open, empty. Feel your hands. Let's start with your left hand. Light, full of air like a balloon, almost lifting up. Your left arm, light and full of air. Let's go to your right side. Your right hand, like a balloon. Your right arm, hollow, lifting up, floating. And feel your head empty, clear, open. And feel your whole body full of air, floating like on a puffy cloud. Now imagine you're floating on the water. You're in the ocean. You're floating above the water. The sun is beating down on you. You feel the warmth on your face, on your arms, on your legs. You totally surrender. You're safe, protected. Now feel your whole body like an ice cube melting into the water. You don't have hands or arms or legs. Your whole body is melting and becoming one with the ocean. You are moving with the currents. Going left and right, forward, back. And in your vast ocean, first off in the distance, you see these beautiful beings jumping out of the water. You see them underneath the water. You are in the water with them. And as they come closer, you see that they are dolphins. They surround you in a circle. Their sounds go through you. Their sonar waves penetrate your essence. And now you morph into a dolphin. You embody the dolphin. You have flippers and a tail. And you connect with their joy, their love, their expansion. You start swimming around with this new body, jumping out of the water, swimming, looking around, playing, touching one another. You have so much power, so much speed, so much energy. You feel connected to all that is, to the other dolphins, to the ocean, to the coral, to the sand, to all the species in the water, above the water, and on land. You feel that there is no difference between any of us. You feel the joy, the blessing, and the gift of being here now, in this moment. The freedom, power, and the joy that the dolphins feel all the time. And as we go on, you start swimming and you see this big shadow in the water. And you realize it's a large humpback whale. The whales, with their expansion, their ancient wisdom, their huge love and compassion for everything living, everything here. And now you morph and you become one with the whale. You are now a huge humpback whale. You move much slower than the dolphins. But your love is just as strong and just as big and just as mighty. And as you connect with the humpback whale, you realize how divine everything is, how perfect, how beautiful. And your love and appreciation for being here is overwhelming. You see the past, present, the future all at once. You know and understand. And now the whale is releasing you back into the ocean. And now you come back floating on that puffy cloud. Floating on the water. The water gently guides you back to shore. You are safe. You're warm. You're protected. Nestled on the beach, on the back of Mother Earth. There is nothing you need do. No place you need go. No one you need become. You curl into the fetal position and accept the love and nurturing energy of Mother Earth, Mama Kauai. Feel her arms energetically wrapped around you. You are loved. You are cherished. You are divine. You are loved. You are cherished. You are divine. You are loved. You are cherished. You are divine. Now gently feel yourself coming back into your body. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Shifting your weight however you need to. We'll end today's meditation with the chanting of Om 3 times. I hope you get back into your body. You can say loud, silently. I don't know where you are right now, but I believe everyone's muted, so you don't have to worry about being heard. So if you want, take a deep breath in. Together. Again. And the last one, make it a good one. Big breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The divine in me meets, honors, and respects the divine in you. Namaste.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah. Woo. Let it come back. It's coming back.
For those of you that need to wipe off the tears before coming back.
Yeah. Me included.
Yes, take time. Yeah. I'm going to invite all of you to take as much time and space as you need to release, follow your natural inclinations. If you need to cry, cry. Does anybody have any comments, questions, or concerns? I'll say mine first. It was really interesting when I was in that energy of real expansion and love and joy. The thought that came to me was, who needs technology? Like, who needs the phone or a computer or Facebook or an Instagram when, like, you have all this connectivity, all this connection right here? And it was right at that moment, all my devices kind of lit up with one of my friends trying to FaceTime me, and I shut it off. But it's interesting how that.
I think, it's so funny when this happens, people that we're connected to feel it also. So it's not just us that's feeling, it's our friends, it's our family. It's like everybody's feeling the same. Yeah. So she's probably like, hey, what's going on over there?
Well, it was my best friend from when I was 10. So if anyone was to feel it, it'd be her.
So perfect. So
great.
Perfect.
Does anybody else have anything they would like to share or mention, or ask Jeannie any questions? Again, we have a chat box. You can raise your hand. You can even unmute yourself. I have it so that you can unmute yourself and ask questions as well.
It'd probably be better if they unmute themselves, because I can't read that. I will share while you guys are still coming back that you could reach me at dolphintouch.org, and we'll type that in. And I have a 30% off distant healing, Reiki, intuitive readings. You can go on the website, and if you're feeling, or you feel anybody else use just a little boost, we all do, like I did yesterday, needed something. It's also on Facebook.
So I'm typing it in over here. It's dolphintouch.org, right on the side of the chat box. I'm just repeating it because you broke off a little bit. I think you said 30% off for your distance sessions at the moment.
Yeah, it's the code is Corona 30. I need to change that though, because it works. Corona 30. And on Instagram, it's Dolphin Jeannie. And on Facebook, it's Touch One Russell 52. And my internet went down again.
No, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. All right. So there were some comments, from Marvin and Christine. I was just wondering, and then Blake, how anybody was feeling.
So those might be directly to you. I see that the dolphin part was amazing. The whale part, for some reason, I kept moving to other thoughts, but I came back at the end and also made me emotional. Yeah, I kind of went to outer space in that whale part a little bit and sort of zoomed out and saw the fractal of it all.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, once you connect with the whales, anything's possible, right? Just opens up a whole nother galaxy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, the whale, right? The whales are said to hold all that ancient knowledge, the whales and the dolphins. So it would be easy to, it would not easy, it would be interesting to see what kind of thoughts you went through, Blake, and what you came back to. And is there some ancient knowledge in that? Anybody else want to unmute themselves? Have any? I kept picturing my husband and child on the shore, and I don't have a child, by the way.
Interesting. Well, the child could be a project you're working on. It could be a company that you're developing. It could be a business. It could be anything. And it could also be a smaller version of you, right? Your inner child. Maybe you were healing your inner child. So I don't know your background that well, but any of the above.
Yeah, I actually saw I saw a child too being birthed by a dolphin.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But it was a pink dolphin, and I've had an obsession with pink lately. So like,
Yeah. Well, did you know that when dolphins, or these spinner dolphins, when they're born, their bellies are pink?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. If you ever go, with me in the water, and when we go out on the boat and you'll see the baby, it'll usually flip on it has a pink belly.
So sweet.
It's so sweet. Yes.
So Blake says that she kept picturing her husband and child on the shore. Oh, she doesn't have, okay. We were trying to have a baby before the corona, but thank you. Nice to talk it out. Wow, that's crazy. Interesting. Maybe this will help conceive.
I'm sorry, you broke up there. Can you say that again? You got
Blake, she was saying that her and her husband were trying to have a baby before corona. So
thank you. Nice to talk it out. Okay, yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, well, this continues, and I would continue with that that thought process. And also it might visit you in your dream time and everything else. And so you can continue to do meditations like this. And I think we're going to have the recording. You can listen to it again, or, and then get more downloads, more information, ask for clarity, and just keep it going, see what's there.
Thank you. And thank you, Linda. Also, Linda saying she was simply floating to the rhythm of the dolphins and whales, was taken back to her time here in Hawaii, peaceful and beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you for joining us. Linda and I actually met here in Hawaii. So, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I see a lot of thank yous coming in. And of course, thank you, Jeanne, for doing that today. That was really beautiful and peaceful. And I think just what I needed, at least. And I hope everybody else enjoyed it.
Yeah, feel free to comment and message me, anything else you want to share. It's really good to reflect about your experience, because the reflection, first of all, experience that you had, also to journal about it is really excellent to do, and reflect on, I don't know if you're hearing me with the inner, so if you journal about it, you can do some more reflection and get some more understanding. And I just want to say the dolphins and the whales, they're here to serve us. They're here to work with us. They love us, Mother Earth, and whatever. I know we're all going through some trying times right now. Hopefully you had some peace in this moment. Hopefully you were able to go into your heart chakra and feel the love and the connection of all there is. And hopefully we were able to shut off our minds for a bit. during this meditation. And I just want to thank you all for joining and being here, and for Gloriana for doing this. This is so amazing. I saw there was some other comments. Is there anything else?
I'm just going to remind everybody that if you did fall asleep during this meditation, that's always okay. You always get what you need. There's a higher part of you, a higher self that knows what it's doing. And sometimes it needs to put you to sleep in order to integrate. Also, the recording will be available, so you can always listen to it again.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you all so very much for being here. I love you all. And again, dolphintouch.org, Corona 30 for the 30% off. And you can always do distance one-on-one sessions with Jeanne Russell. Thank you so much for being here.
Or come visit us in Kauai when the coronavirus is over. Come visit Gloriana with us.
Jeanne and I also both do retreats where you can get tuning and dolphin energetics and massages and so many lovely things, past life regressions, time at the ocean, time in the mountains, hiking and swimming, and all of the above. So you can follow us for those updates as well.
Soon. We'll be able to do that.
Once those planes start coming back to the island, you can come join us. All right, I love you all.
Stay love. Thank you.
Sending love from Kauai from both of us. Mwah. Thank you, Jeanne.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Aloha.